hope you guys are doing well and are having the most incredible day as always. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, we are going through my December TBR, or essentially the mammoth amount of books that I really want to get through before the end of the year, which is just ridiculous. I am honestly not going to be able to read this many books in the month of December. I know it already. I'm going in with a negative tone, I know, but there's also 2 books missing from this pile. So I currently in my pile have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books, plus the 2 for the book clubs that I'm in that haven't been chosen yet, so those are going to be added. So there's a lot of books. I would love to read all of these in the month of December, but December is a busy month, okay? We have a lot going on and I don't think I'm going to be able to, but we're going to try. We're going to try our best. So grab yourselves a coffee, a tea, a hot chocolate and a snack, and let's go through my December TBR for 2025, the last one. Can't believe it. Let's go. Okay, so the first one is probably the most obscure, random, non-December-y style book I could have put in this pile, and that is We'll Always Have Summer, why can I not say that? We Will Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. I keep saying my Jenny Han. Anyway, by Jenny Han. This is basically, if you guys didn't know, if you've been living under a rock, this was a TV show which was adapted from the books. The first book I read years ago. I reread it last year, and I read the second one I think last year. Honestly, I can't remember. Maybe I read it this year. I can't remember, but these books are really small. This is literally a 280 to 290 page book. The font is massive. And if you guys don't know, if you haven't been following me for a while, hello and welcome. This year, basically, I have been trying my absolute best to get through a bunch of series that I'm in the middle of. I've done a whole series on it where I've been reading them and getting through as many as possible, and I'm still really putting the grind in to get through a bunch of them. This basically is book 3 and the final book in this series, and I just want it gone. I want to read it, I want it to be finished, and I just want to get it done. So this is the first book we're going to read in December. Not very December-y, but we're going to do it. A book which continues a series for me, and that is Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun. Essentially, this series is very different and very interesting. It's not like anything I've read before, and I absolutely love it. So you follow a lady called Finley Donovan, who is an author. She writes thriller, mystery, romance books, and she essentially in the first book was on the phone to her publisher or her agent or something like that, talking about a plot line in a book, and somebody was overhearing her thinking she was talking about basically in real life. And then that person says, well, I need you to get rid of this person. This is the amount of money I'm going to give you if you do that. And it kind of stems from that. The second book really focuses on her ex-husband and the fact that there's basically somebody out there looking to get rid of him, if you know what I mean. And she tries to stop it because she doesn't want her kid's father to be, you know what I mean. This one, I don't really know much about what it kind of continues on from. I am just going to quickly read it. So it says, Finley Donovan is ready to bite the bullet. She's done with her accidental life of crime. But first, there's a small matter of her debt to the Russian mob. Her task should be simple. Locate a rogue hitman before the cops do. The catch? This killer might be a cop himself. Okay, so this follows on from book 2. I am remembering bits of it now. I don't want to read much else about what this one is about. I don't like to spoil it, but if you guys want to pause it, you are more than welcome. But yeah, I'm really excited to continue the series, and I don't really want to leave it much longer between reading book 2 and book 3, because I left it so long between reading book 1 and book 2 that I kind of forgot a lot of things. So I definitely want to get to this one. And again, it's only short. It is literally under 300 pages, so it has to be done. I really, really want to get to this one in December. Another book which continues on a series for me, and that is Trust Me Always by Megan Brandy. So I read Promise Me Not in the month of November. I did enjoy that book. It was a little bit different. There were a few things that I didn't love about it, but there were definitely a lot of things that I did really enjoy. So I do want to dive into book 3. This one says, I loathe the day I ran smack dab into the hard chest of Alistair Howell, Avix University's second string quarterback. I should have run the moment that beautiful liar smiled my way. Unfortunately for me, he takes my damsel... Nope, that's not what it says at all. Unfortunately for me, he takes my dismissal as a challenge and comes back twice as hard. But how can I be with him if I can't trust him? And that's how I end up at a party, locking lips with campus playboy and ultimate bachelor. That's not a word. Bachelor Brady fricking Lancaster. Just like that, I'm Brady's girl. I have no idea where things go from here, but one thing is for sure, fake dating one football player whilst his teammate tries to win me back is going to be one hell of a ride. This sounds really intriguing for me. I feel like this is going to be something that I do enjoy. I love a kind of I don't know what the word is. Do you know what I mean? Probably not. It sounds like a book I would enjoy. Anyway, feel free to pause and read if you want to, because you guys know I am not the best at reading the synopsis without stuttering and getting my words mixed up, but I am really looking forward to carrying on this one, and I know that book 4 has just been released as I'm filming this as well, so I would really like to read that one soon, just so I'm kind of up to date with it. As I said, I am really trying to get through series as soon as possible, because I'm in the middle of too many, and I really want to start a bunch of new series. There's so many that I really want to read. Like, I need to read Throne of Glass, like ASAP. However, I just don't want to start it whilst I'm in the middle of like 80 million series. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that is the next book I want to read. And let's go for, okay, the next one I want to read as well, again, shockingly, is continuing a series, and this is Slapshot by Chelsea Curto. Now, the first book in this series, which was Face Off, so good. So good. If you like a ice hockey romance series that is spicy, that is fun, that is quick and just hilarious to read, I cannot recommend this series enough. As I am filming this video, I am currently reading book 2, which is Power Play, I think it's called, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm literally 60 pages in, so like I am very, very early on into that book, but obviously I will include that in my wrap up, but I am very excited about continuing on. This one, again, I don't really want to read too much into it, but this focuses on Hudson. It says he's been looking for a private chef for months, but keeps coming up short. With the NHL season starting up and no prospects in sight, he's close to giving up. Madeline Galloway needs a job. Okay, so this is going to be like chef romance. I'm so excited. This sounds, I just love this series. I don't want to read any more because I love going into it blind, so feel free to pause and read. If you want a spicy hockey romance series, trust me. And also, she has just announced a 5th book, which I need ASAP. I just love this series. It is so good, so please just read it. If you want spice, so good. Okay, so the next 3 books I would love to get to in the month of December also do finish off a series, and I'm looking at the pile and the sheer size of these 3 books together thinking, is it going to be doable? I don't know. However, I really need to read this book because I read the first one ages ago and it did leave me on a massive cliffhanger, and that is of course Hunting Adeline. Please read trigger warnings when it comes to this series. It's dark, it's taboo, it's insane. There's a lot of dark things that go on within the series, but I just absolutely loved it. I loved the first book. I'm going to admit it. I really enjoyed it. I know it's fiction. I am one of those people that I luckily don't have triggers when I read books, so I can read pretty much anything and it kind of doesn't really bother me to an extent. But if you do suffer with any triggers and stuff, please just don't go into these blind because they are absolutely crazy. But I loved book 1. I am so excited to dive into book 2, but as you can see, she's a big gal. Like, she's massive. So I'm just really wishing that I can get this one done this month. I may even audiobook it. I'm not so sure. I love audiobooks, don't get me wrong, but I don't like listening to an audiobook of a book that I am just dying to read because I feel like I want to immerse myself completely. So maybe I will do an audiobook and like a visual read at the same time. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. So this is the next one. If you guys don't know what this book is about, this is basically the cat and mouse duet. So essentially it's about a girl called Adeline who moves into her great grandma's like old house, and then she realizes that there's somebody outside basically watching her, and it's kind of like a stalker romance sort of situation. It is very good. I really enjoyed it. So I would love to read this one in the month of December. And following on from that one, there are also 2 kind of like novella style books to finish off this series, so I would really like to read those as well. I don't really want to get through the series so quickly, but also I feel like I really want to just tick it off my list. Do you know what I mean? So the next one in the series is Where's Molly? This is basically a spin-off from the cat and mouse duet. I am not going to read the back because I don't want to spoil it, but I will hold it up. If you would like to have a read, you're more than welcome. This is a super short novella though, so I feel like this is definitely something I could get through. It is 200 and oh my god, I don't want to spoil it. I hate checking page numbers because I swear every time I always look. Okay, wait, there's no page number. Hello? Is there a page number anywhere? Okay, it's like 200 and something pages. It's really not that big at all. I feel like this would be a really good one again just to get through and get it done. I am very excited about this. I just love this series. I love a good dark romance, and I feel like sometimes between the more lighter style books that I read, I love a dark romance in between, so I want to read that one. And then also following on from that, this year H.D. Carlton did release Phantom, which essentially is like the prequel book to Haunting and Hunting Adeline. So this focuses on Adeline's great grandma, I think it's her great grandma, which is kind of like, I don't want to spoil it. If you guys don't want to know anything about the books, please just skip a little bit ahead. But basically in Hunting Adeline, Haunting Adeline, I get them confused all the time. in Haunting Adeline, you do kind of find out that her grandma also had like a stalker style person in her life, and this is basically like her story. The cover is beautiful. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I just can't wait to dive in. This one is also really small. This is literally, how many pages is it? 340 pages again, so a really fun book that I should be able to get through quite quickly. And I'm pretty sure all three of those are on Kindle Unlimited as well, so I will definitely read those on Kindle Unlimited. It is very likely that is what I will do. So those are the last three books that are not Christmas related, and I have 3 books here which are Christmas related, and it is very, very likely that I will do a reading vlog situation in the month of December. I have done one the past 2 years. I've had a great time doing it. I might see if I can find maybe one more book to include in that video, so any Christmas recs, please let me know down below. But the first one I really want to read is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. I have a very love-hate relationship with Megan Quinn. A lot of her books I love, some of them I have not loved so much, so I am really intrigued with this one. This one follows on from How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, which I read last year, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that book. It was really fun. So this one follows on from that, and this is basically focusing on Betty and Max. And Max, I remember, I think I really enjoyed Max last year. If you guys don't know, obviously in the first book there are so many Grinch references, it's insane. Obviously if you've seen The Grinch, the film, you all know his dog is called Max, so this guy is called Max. It's kind of, anyway, it's funny, but you have to read the first one. This one basically says Atlas, Maxima, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, didn't sign up for public humiliation this Christmas, but that is what he's about to get. One minute he's anxiously trying to keep his family's Christmas tree farm, Evergreen, from imploding. The next he's passed out in the snow after getting clocked by a suspiciously strong bottle of soda. And then there's Betty. Betty is Betty is new in town, full of holiday cheer, and worst of all, is helping her uncle open a rival tree farm next door to Max. Okay, so this is going to be like an enemies to lovers, Christmas tree farm rival situation. I'm excited. I know that Megan Quinn's books are spicy, they're fun, they're quick. I found that I really just blasted through the last one in the series. I really enjoyed it, and also because this is a book in a series, this will also complete a series for me off of my list, which is a win-win. So I'm hoping to read this one. I know I'm going to read it 100%, so that is the next book we're going to read. And then we have the newest book by Hannah Grace, and that is Holiday Ever After. This one I know I'm going to enjoy. I really enjoyed the Icebreaker series by Hannah Grace. I thought it was fun, it was spicy, it was really quick, it was just very entertaining, and I did really enjoy it. This one I actually have not read the back, so let's read the back together and see what this one is about. So, all Clara Davenport has ever wanted to do is climb the ladder at Davenport's Innovation Creative. Everything was going to plan until the company was accused of selling a doll design from an independent toy maker. With a promotion dangled in front of her, Clara is tasked with charming the locals of the small town of Fraser Falls and solving the PR nightmare by any means necessary. Jack Kelly would happily never hear the name Davenport ever again, so when Clara, with her long legs and dazzling smile, prances into town, hoping to convince them that her company is not the enemy, Jack is determined not to be fooled by Davenport twice. Clara's plan to win over the community should have been easy, but she didn't account for Jack getting in her way and under her skin at every turn. And when the tension between them starts to boil over, she realises that beneath his frosty demeanour lies the key to the town's heart, and maybe even her own. This sounds really cute. I feel like this is going to be a really cute, cozy, Christmassy, like Hallmark kind of vibe, however with spice, and I'm so ready for it. The cover is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Again, if you'd like to pause and read, you are more than welcome. I am very excited about this one. I feel like her books are just very fun, spicy, like silly, goofy time. You know, it's going to be a really nice, fluffy, just change of pace, and I'm very excited about that one. And last but not least is probably the book, dare I say, I'm the most intrigued by this December, and that is A Heart for Christmas by Sophie Germain, I think it's pronounced. This is a book advent calendar. Now, I bought mine from Waterstones. I know you can get it from TikTok shop at the moment as well, but this one I've had for a little while now, and I cannot wait to dive into this one. So essentially you read a chapter a day. So you open it up and it says, welcome. Open a sealed chapter every day and discover the next chapter in this Christmas story set in a ski resort in the French Alps. Make sure you have a letter opener or a ruler and a hot chocolate by your side. Happy reading. This is so cute. So you basically open it up and you have a chapter every day for the month of December. Of course, I will be reading this whole thing throughout the month of December. I cannot wait to do this. I think this is so fun and unique and different. I just feel very excited about this. I know that there are a few other authors as well that have done something like this, so let me know down below if this is something you're doing this year. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be reading in the month of December, and I cannot wait to read it. So that is the last book I'm hoping to read this month, which is actually insane. I don't know if I'm going to get through these. Please pray for me because there are so many pages. It's actually disgusting. So that is everything for my December TBR. I would love to know down below what is on your TBR this month. Any Christmassy vibes, please let me know down below. And also, please let me know of any TBR kind of video ideas for the next year. I really want to start doing a few different ones, whether that be like blindly picking them if they're wrapped, or I love a spinning wheel. I have my TBR jar. But any other ideas are more than welcome. I absolutely love filming TBR videos, but I feel like I really want to kind of broaden my horizons on how I pick my books. So let me know down below if you have any ideas. That is everything for today's video. If you guys haven't yet subscribed, please do. I love you guys so incredibly much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.